Thank you for coming this session. I'm talking about developing apps optimized for Wear OS with Jetpack Compose. As you know, Jetpack Compose is a very powerful toolkit. We can also use Jetpack Compose for developing Wear OS apps. And we can use Jetpack Compose like smartphone apps development. And it makes us accelerate our developing speed. At this session, I'll take about how to deep dive into Wear OS apps world with Jetpack Compose. Let me introduce myself shortly. I'm Kenichi Kambara from Tokyo, Japan. Konnichiwa. Thank you for coming this session. And I'm so happy to be with you. I work as a tech evangelist at NTT Technocross. NTT is a Japanese telecommunication company. And my Twitter account is Corodroid. I'll publish this slide later on Twitter. So I hope if you check this account. Here is this agenda. At first, I'm going to introduce Wear OS key features. After that, I'd like to introduce some latest topics from this year's Google I/O. And next, today's main topic, how to optimize our apps for Wear OS. Okay, let's take a quick look. Wear OS is based on Android, so it's very similar to regular Android. But there are some differences. Here are 4 important Wear OS features: app, notification, and complication. Complication is just showing small information, such as today's temperature, weather forecast, and so on. The last one is tile. Tile is a very unique feature. If we don't launch our apps from smartwatch, we can confirm some information, such as today's weather or temperature, and so on. Okay, at this year's Google I/O, some dev updates were announced. Wear OS next major version, developer preview, has been released. And Watch Face format and Watch Face Studio new version has been released. They enable us develop to create Watch Face easily compared to before without writing any code. Tiles now support animation feature, so we can provide more beautiful tiles compared to before. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, Compose for Wear OS. At first, I'd like to focus on app feature. How to create app with Jetpack Compose. Here is a very simple code for creating just one button with Jetpack Compose. Like mobile composable, starting with a composable annotation and calling button component and applying 3 properties, modifier, on-click event, and enabled. After that, just adding icon component like this. As you see, it's very similar to a regular mobile composable. Then, what's the difference? It's a very important point. First difference is here. User interface and user experiences are much different between mobile and wearable devices. Just an example, input components, progress indicator, dialogues, and so on. The user interface and behaviors are very different from mobile and wearable devices. And second difference is here. Also, to cover a lot of smartwatches, we have to take care about the difference of these shapes. It means circular, rectangular, and square. To cover all of wearable devices, we have to take care about these shapes. And here is one very important point. On wearable devices, it has a very, very small screen compared to a regular mobile phone. So we can't show enough screen size on wearable devices. So we have to take care about this point. Finally, the provided classes are also same, but there are some differences like this. Such as material, navigation, and foundation. These classes, almost classes are very similar, but there are some differences like this. So we have to take care about all these points. Next, okay, here is just a simple example, button component. Or even if we use the same button component on Wear OS or on mobile, even if the class name is same, but there is some differences, such as appearance and behavior, like this. Okay, and I asked one question to study about how to start Wear OS development with Jetpack Compose. Study about answered like this. So I followed this advice, and I'd like to share some tips for developing Wear OS apps. Okay, first point is Wear OS development environment. To develop Wear OS apps, we can use Android Studio, but there are some versions of Android Studio, Flamingo, Giraffe, and Hedgehog. But I recommend you should use Flamingo. It's because it's stable version. But if you'd like to use advanced features or if you'd like to download next major version of Wear OS, you should use Hedgehog instead. And next point is also important. To develop Wear OS apps, we can use these emulator images. It means you don't have to prepare your real devices. So by using these emulator, you can start developing Wear OS apps like this. And next point is how to create a Wear OS app project. Now there are 3 Wear OS app templates like this. I recommend you should use basic Wear app without blah, blah, blah. This is a very simple template, but it includes a very essential component in it. So I recommend you should this one. Okay, I'll show one demonstration. Here is a very simple Wear OS app code, and I'd like to change the text. Today's event, DroidCon, San Francisco, and changing the color from primary to secondary. You can confirm this screen like this. And after that, just add icon above text component. Okay, let's use our image component like this, and image vector. Okay, our favorite character, icons, default, and Android. It means a Droid mascot character. And let's add a content description like this. After that, we can confirm the Droid icon image like this. Okay, next is a very important point. How to optimize apps for Wear OS. Okay, today's example is here. Just very simple contact app. It shows my contact list on the screen. The user interface isn't bad, but it's not good. It's because it's not optimized for the Wear OS. This code includes lazy column and chip component and very simple code like this. So I like to improve this code for optimizing more Wear OS. How to make better UI for Wear OS? Okay, first step is replacing lazy column with scaling lazy column. By doing that, we can improve our user interface like this. It means after changing this class, our each row includes a more appropriate margin like this. And just swiping into the edge, our each list would be smaller little by little. So the screen would be better than before. But it's not perfect. We should improve more. Here is one important point. To create a better UI and UX, we have to implement these features, time text, vignette, and position indicator like this. But the solution is super simple. It's just adding a scaffold like this. By placing scaffold component under the root, and adding some properties, time text, vignette, and position indicator. By adding these implementations, we can provide these screens like this. Okay, next point is this app includes only one screen. It's not practical. So I'd like to add next another screen like this. Okay, let's add a detailed screen for showing detailed information like this. The code is very simple. Just implementing a chip component and adding some properties and a column and a 3 text component. We can implement this screen very easily. It's very similar to mobile. But we have to take care about one point about navigation. After choosing one name, and I'd like to show the detailed screen like this. To do so, we have to implement a navigation feature. We have to take care about one point. It's where navigation. To implement all these navigation feature, we have to use where navigation class like this. It means the navigation feature is very similar between mobile and Wear OS, but to implement this feature on Wear OS, we have to use a Wear OS specified navigation feature like this. Okay, the next step is implementing Wear navigation. To add one screen, we have to create this class, nav host controller. But here is one point. Just swiping left to right, we have to move back to the previous screen like this. So just let use swipe or dismissible nav controller instead of a regular nav controller. And let's place a swipe dismissible controller. We can implement this feature. And let's add to a composable like this, list screen and detail screen like this. Okay, next is the navigation feature. On the list component screen, we have to implement on-click events like this. Nav controller.navigate function, we can move to another screen with passing argument contact ID. Okay, the last point is here. Here is one problem still. It's because even if we'd like to confirm our contact information, we have to launch our app every time. It means it's very complicated. So we'd like to solve this problem. The solution is very simple. The solution is just adding a tile feature onto this app. Okay, let's add this feature onto our app. Okay, to implement tile feature, we have to implement tile service like this. But here is one tip. To implement a tile service, there are two solutions for that. Just implementing tile service or a coroutine tile service. It means, as you can imagine, coroutine tile service is just tile service enabled coroutine. This class is provided by the Horologist tile library. Horologist is a very useful library. So by using this library, we can easily implement this feature. And we have to override two functions. Resource request and tile request. It's a very simple code like this. And finally, I have to add one definition to include this tile service onto this app. So we have to add this definition like this on our Android manifest file. Okay, that's all. We can show the last contact easily compared to before. It means just swiping left to right. We can show our last contact information even if we don't launch our app from the app launcher or from the recent screen. We can confirm our information like this. Okay, I'd like to share one useful information about Android Studio. By using this feature, we can accelerate our Wear OS developing speed. It means on edit configurations, there are very useful features to test our Wear OS complication, Wear OS style, and Wear OS watch face. By using this menu, we can easily test our these features on our emulator or a real device. It means to test these device to confirm these features. It's really complicated. So this feature is very useful. And the final step is how to optimize more our apps. Here is a good resource by Google. Principles Wear OS development. By reading this document, we can optimize our app more. Okay, here is today's reference. I pushed this code on GitHub. You can download this code, and you can try this material as you like. And I publish this slide later on my Twitter. So I hope you check this account. Okay, thank you so much. Go future with Wear OS and Jetpack Compose. Thank you for your attention.